Hello again everyone and welcome back to my allotment. In today's video I'm just going to be talking about the Malvern autumn show which we went to last weekend. We had a really good time, so I'm just going to be telling you about all the things that we did and what we saw whilst we were there. And I'm going to be planting my garlic in today's video as well in these modules here. I've got some interesting garlic varieties which I picked up from the Malvern autumn show, which I'll share with you as well, and there are some other things which I got from there as well which I'm really excited about. So I'm not going to faff around, we're just going to get straight into it. I picked up this lovely delphinium here. This variety is called Pandora. It's got lovely dark centres with some black stripes on them. And it's absolutely gorgeous. This stood out to me when I was at the plant stall in the floral market, in the flower market. And yeah, so when the flowers die back, I just need to cut it back to about here. I'm going to put some sand on the top as well to help with drainage, keep it outside, and then probably in the spring, maybe late winter, I will transplant this into one of the raised beds, I think, because it's important that I get the drainage right with these. So yeah, I'm going to make sure I look after this, and it should be a nice addition to the allotment, definitely. So I'm looking forward to growing that. Well, I picked up some tulips as well. It's just a bag of mixed tulips, but lots of different colours. They had so many different colours and varieties at the autumn show. Honestly, there were loads and loads of stalls with so many different spring bulbs. It was a bit overwhelming, so I just decided to go with a mixed bag of them because I had no idea which ones to go for. So hopefully this is a safe bet, safe choice for me spring bulb planting. I don't know where I'm going to plant them yet. I'm probably going to wait a couple of weeks and figure out somewhere on the allotment. I might grow them in containers actually, I don't know yet, but that's for later. But we've got some garlic here as well, which I'm really excited about. I had to write down the varieties because I can't remember them. So I decided to get some interesting varieties of garlic because I'm a bit tired of the plain, boring old garlic which I have grown in previous years. The garden centres around our area just stock the same varieties, just the standard white Casablanca and the basic varieties which I'm used to growing. But I thought I'd try something a bit different this year. I've got three varieties. We've got a variety called Blanc de la Mangue, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, probably not, but that's here. Lovely sized bulbs for harvesting around May, June time. I also got a variety called Gemidor de Drôme, which is a massive bulb, look at that. Almost looks like an elephant garlic size. It's pretty big. So I've got some of those which I'm going to plant as well. And then finally I've got a lovely French variety for harvesting around August time called Rose de Lautrec. And look how beautiful they are. It is just beautiful. Yeah, that is a really nice variety, but it's harvested later around August. So I'm hoping that the rust isn't a problem when I plant this one. Hopefully, but there's plenty of cloves in there. It's a hardneck variety as well. I'm used to growing the soft neck varieties, like these two here. These are soft necks. So hopefully we have some success with this. I'm just going to see which one grows best on my plot next year and then try and save cloves from the best performing ones to grow again, because they're quite expensive to buy, these garlic heads. I mean, they are a very good quality and you're getting new varieties, but they're expensive, so I would like to save my own from these next year. Anyway, so we're going to plant them in modules, and I'm going to talk about all the different things which were at the Malvern autumn show, and because I got lots of pictures and videos whilst I was there as well. I had a really good day, I enjoyed it very much. So, let's go. So I'm hoping to grow these in the raised beds over the winter and into the spring. Usually I would have grown garlic in the open ground, and I think that's where I've had problems in the past. The ground has been too heavy clay, and I've just ended up with small bulbs. They can't grow to a decent size because that clay soil is just restricting their growth. I'm going to leave them in the modules for a few weeks to let them get to a good size, give them a head start, and then I'll plant them outside. So we went to the Malvern Autumn Show. We went on the Sunday and we had a really good time. There is so much there, the size of it is so big, and there's so much for you to do. Me, Michaela and my son Arlo went, and there's lots of things for the kids as well. They had lots and lots of crafts and different activities for the kids, so Arlo joined in with some of those. They had animals there as well. They had like sheep and llamas and stuff like that, but they also had rabbits. They had dogs as well, which were doing like agility courses. They had exotic animals as well, like spiders and stick insects. There was so much variety available with the shops as well. There were so many things that you could buy. So, yeah, it was a bit overwhelming, to be honest. We bought some lovely honey from a stall inside one of the markets, and Michaela got some makeup as well. But the giant vegetables, they were really interesting to look at. I enjoyed looking at the giant vegetables. The pumpkins were absolutely huge. And there was massive onions, there was like giant marrows, the world's biggest marrow, by the way, the new world record, that was there as well. Giant sunflower heads, giant tomatoes, giant swede, giant everything, to be honest. There was pretty much a giant version of anything you could imagine. It was really quite interesting. The first ever autumn show I've been to as well. They even had a fairground as well for the kids. That was really good as well. And there were lots of celebrity gardeners as well. Like, they had Monty Don on Saturday, and we didn't go to the Saturday one, obviously. They had Adam Frost doing an interview Sunday afternoon as well. They even had the Great Malvern Cake Off as well, and they had lots of different cakes on display. Some of them were really impressive. I was impressed with the cauliflower and sweet corn cake. That was really impressive. There was just so much there. It's impossible to see everything in one day. So I'm going to just overlay all the different things over the screen because there was too much for me to even remember off the top of my head. So there. Look at that, we've got loads of cloves from this bulb. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19 cloves from that one bulb, although some are a bit smaller, but we've got like 15 good bulbs there, good cloves. That's good. I'm going to pop them, I'm going to plant them below the soil line like that, just leaving a little bit of soil. I'm just going to leave a little bit of soil on top like that, just burying them slightly. I do love my garlic. I'm a big lover of garlic bread. So I'll be trying lots of garlic butter. I'll be making lots of garlic butter with the garlic from these. I'll probably be doing some other things as well, not just this. I'll plant the smaller ones as well, because they might still grow as well. I'm not going to waste them. I could actually harvest the small ones as green garlic instead. I might do that. So that's the Rose de la Trek, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. the swede that was there made my swede look like nothing. Like these. This is my swede that I got this year. Tiny things really in comparison to the swede that was on show. And my courgettes, I know it's not a marrow, but the marrows that were there, absolutely insane. I can't believe how did they get them there on a truck? They would have had to get a crane and a truck to get them there. I'm hoping that the harvest I get from these is as good as the size of these, I really do. I'm going to grow them on the sunnier side of the plot to give them the best chance, and I'm also going to make sure that the beds are well draining. I shouldn't have to add many nutrients to it, I shouldn't have to do much to the beds because they are fresh this year, and there's a lot of nutrients in them still. I'll probably add a bit of compost and a bit of bloodfish and bone, but apart from that, I shouldn't have to do too much to them. Wow, that is a lot of garlic. 21 cloves from that one head. So definitely getting me value for money there, 100%. I don't want to plant garlic where I've grown onions this year because that is probably going to cause them to not do as well, because the onions would have taken nutrients out of the soil which this garlic is going to need to grow. So crop rotation, I'm just going to be sticking these somewhere that hasn't grown any alliums this year. So we're just going to harvest a bit of beetroot. The last batch which I harvested I pickled and it was absolutely delicious. So the beetroot's done amazing this year in this raised bed. I've also got more of it in another raised bed over there, and that is why I'm going to be pickling it, because we've got way too much. And I want to harvest them before they get too big. The beetroot at the Malvern autumn show was absolutely ridiculously big. I wasn't asking how they grew them to that size. I was asking, how do they cook that beetroot? Would you like chop it up into small pieces and cook it? Because you're not boiling that thing whole. Absolutely no chance. I mean, I struggled cooking some of these and they're not even close to the size of the beetroot at the show. I mean, that's like the maximum I would pick them for cooking whole like that. Because otherwise they just take hours. Because it takes so long to cook, I like to have a dozen of them at least to cook in a pan. I mean, that's not too bad. That is a good size for cooking. I may actually plant the garlic in this bed. Possibly, I don't know. I might need to amend it with some more stuff. I might need to add a bit more compost though, because there's been a lot of beetroot growing in this bed this year. I've actually done a couple of sowings. Okay, let's have a look at how this beetroot's doing. This is a later sowing of beetroot, which I just threw in here. Oh my gosh, these are actually much bigger than I thought. Okay. I'm sure the last time I looked at these were not this big. Oh, I mean, they're not giant, but they're actually, you know, they are very, very decent actually. I'm quite impressed with them. Well, yeah. They're pretty good then, actually. I direct sowed these ones. Wow, yeah, these are really good. Lovely. Oh yeah. Making some lovely pickled beetroot, that's for sure. I'll eat some of them fresh as well. I'm not going to pickle all of them because we do enjoy eating them fresh as well. Some more lovely ones there. Yeah, I don't want to leave these too long because they will start going too big. Quite a lot of golden beetroot in here as well. I'd like to get them a bit bigger though. I'm definitely growing them golden ones again next year. Definitely, because they are just amazing. Delicious, and they look really nice as well. This has been the best year for beetroot, 100%. No year has come close to the amount we've gotten this year. It's just been so good. We've been harvesting it all summer. When I open these plants up a bit, if I harvest quite a bit, it leaves space for the smaller ones to grow. And hopefully through October and November they grow a bit more and we can harvest some more later, because they'll continue to grow through the autumn. They're quite cold hardy plants. I keep finding lemon balm plants everywhere. I grew lemon balm a few years ago and it looks like the plant spread seeds everywhere, and I keep finding lemon balm popping up all over the place. I don't know why I had it, to be honest with you. It doesn't really have many uses. You can make tea with it, but I just found that it was a nice smelling plant, but it's setting seed everywhere. Even like, you know, it's been like a year or two since I got rid of the main plant. Okay, look at that. That's our beetroot picking for today. There's loads more beetroot which is smaller, which we'll probably pick in about a month or so, I don't know, we'll see. But we've got plenty to keep us going here, that's for sure. I'm probably going to pickle a lot of this. But look at these golden ones here, they're just amazing. So, they look amazing, but they're also delicious as well. So yeah, this is probably going to be a couple of big pans worth if we're to cook these. So this is what I actually do with them. I will just twist off the foliage like that. You can actually eat the leaves, but I'm not going to do that on this occasion. And I'll just leave them like that and I'll cook them like that. That way they don't bleed as much and they keep all of that goodness in the bulb itself. Or is it a bulb? The root? It's not a bulb, it's a root. But yeah, none of it will leak out, so well, at least you'll get minimal bleeding anyway. And then what I do is when they're cooked, I'll peel the skin off. This bit here just sort of comes away because it's cooked, it literally just falls off. And then I'll prep it. I'll cut this bit of the root off here at the end, which isn't really edible. But I won't cut that before I cook them because you know, it'll bleed more. And yeah, when I come to prep it when it's cooked, I'll just cut off the end there. As I said, that bit will just rub off. And then I'll just slice them and pickle them. Crazy how even now, getting into October, we're still picking courgettes. Look at that. We started picking them in June and we're still picking them. I've cleared the other courgette plants, but I've still got one here. And I'm just gonna pick them small. They're more enjoyable that way. And there's loads more of these baby ones on here, so hopefully we can pick them in a week. They are going to slow down now with things cooling down, but they're still going strong.